And we got, oh gosh, we got questions from Dex and Dahamani, and
Wow.
we've got more phone calls. But before we do all of that, everybody, you're going to have to stand by and hold on, because we are going to talk about birth cards now. And
We are.
I'm excited for that, especially because you have your own personal like
System.
system. Yeah,
I do.
I didn't know how to put that, like your own way of doing it. But I think in the write-up I said system. Yeah,
Right, right.
it's very
So
different looking.
it is. Everyone that I've ever encountered has their own way of doing their tarot birth cards, and it is so similar to each other. Um,
Not that there's anything
that
wrong with that. Yeah.
and it's not. That it's just there seems like there's only one way to do it. Um, but I have my own way of doing things. So with
Oh, we know
mine,
that.
yes, yes, we do. With my system, all the numbers have three cards in their chart. Okay. So everyone will have three birth cards in the major arcana. Okay. So the first birth card is going to be, and I just had my major
Oh,
arcana out.
before you get into that, hold on just a second. Before you
Okay.
get into that, I think for people that are totally brand new to this, it's important to point out that when you download the chart, and once again, you go to psychic. Here, let me put it in the chat again for everybody. You go to psychic.cafe/mystic corner and grab the PDF. Also, the PDF is in the description below this video, whether you're looking at it on YouTube or you're looking at it on the Psychic Cafe website. It might be above the video, but I think it's below. I don't know. Anyway, somewhere the link's going to be there for you to get the PDF. And it shows this chart, and there's 9 sections. And it says number 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9. And then, as Michelle was just saying, there's 3 cards in each one. And that's what makes it different from the way the rest of the tarotists do it. Other tarotists, what they do is they have you add up your name, or sorry, add up your birth date, including the year,
Mm-hmm.
and then reduce. And when you get to a number that's within the range of the major arcana cards, which there's 21 cards. So if you start reducing, adding the numbers together, you get 18. You pick card 18, but 1 plus 8 is 9. So you also pick card 9, and those are your birth pair. That's why they call them pairs, because they
Yes.
usually come out, except for a couple of numbers that there are more of, like 21, because there's card 12, 3, and 21.
I think it's 1, 2, and 3 have three numbers.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
most people, it's only 2 cards. It's only
Mm-hmm.
2 cards. But I love the way Michelle is doing it. Remember those 9 blocks with 3 cards per block, and they're numbered 1 through 9. That's your life path. That is when you add your number, your birth date, the whole birth date together, and reduce it down to a single digit, like mine is 6. Then you can go to block 6, and it's such from a numerologist's point of view outside of tarot, Michelle, your system makes so much more sense than just the
Right.
cards. Yeah.
Right.
So go ahead and finish up what you were saying there. Didn't mean to
Oh,
interrupt, but
no worries. Oh,
I
no
wanted to
worries.
set the stage, because a lot of people, they're looking at the chart, they're looking at 1 through 9. What is that? In fact, when I was making the chart up for you, I wasn't even getting it at first. And then I was like, oh, wait, those are the life path numbers. And your life path comes from your birth date, which I'm sure you'll be
Yes.
explaining, how to add that together.
Yes. Okay. So this system, I like this system. I found it to be really accurate. And if you're open to it, it can be really encouraging. And it can really, if you're open to it, it can really let the spirit realm speak to you. So, as he was saying, we all have three, technically four, which we will go into a little bit later, birth cards. Three are birth cards. One is a personal year card. The first birth card is called your life's journey card. And this card tells you a little bit about what your life's journey is about, what your soul journey is about, where your personality stems from a little bit. Okay. And this is where you take your numbers, your birth date, and you're going to add them going all the way across. And so, just because we love Dax so much,
And we
I
do, Blanche, we do. What?
we do. I used his information. I'm so nice. 4, 5.
Someone's got to do it.
That's right. So we know, as he has already said, that his birth card, his first birth card, his number is 6. So his birth card is going to be the Lovers. Okay. I love my little deck because it is rectangular and you see more. Okay. So what does this really say about Dax? It
Nothing at
tells
all. What?
that exactly. It really tells about that this card is about him making choices throughout his life, choices of
Mm-hmm.
loving his own self.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does that mean? That means that he, which a lot of people may not know, has probably grown up unsure of how to express his own personality, possibly. So, where does his personality stem from? Making choices on who he is, right? And what is his sole purpose? Well, we know that his sole purpose is sharing information and knowledge with others, not just with one person, but with other people in general. That's his soul's personality. When it says that sharing is caring, it is really true. That's what fulfills his soul, is sharing. And that is proof by him always being on and sharing information, right? So that is his journey, life's journey card, is making choices and helping other people. Okay. So then we're going to move on to the next card, which is the Devil card. Now, for this card, we are going to take his number, which is 6. Okay. And we are going to add the number 9. That is the last number of the numerological numbers. Let's see here. I want 15, 20, 13, 14, 15. Just so you can see the card. Let's see if I can get that close, and I cannot. So, do my handy dandy backwards trick there. Nope. Sorry, guys. There we go. Here we go. This is the Devil card. Okay. And I calculate this, like I said, by adding the number 9. So 6 and 9, which is still under 21. So that's where we get this number, right? So this is his positive energy card. So this is he has the ability to not be trapped in the physical world, right? Because this is being trapped, right, in the physical world. He has strength to go forward in the spiritual realm and not having that hold him back. So this is going to be his power card, right? This is going to give him the ability to take chances when there is a payoff in the end. And he does that, right? Because who else is going to start the psychic cafe? Nobody but our Dax, right? So then his challenging card. And I find this interesting. So his challenging card is the world. And the world is all about success and happiness. I I find it interesting that his is the world. There we go. Okay. So for him, I'm seeing where maybe it could be a lack of support or, obstacles and sacrifices that he has to make that are standing in his way. And these will be the challenges and the energies of the challenges that are going to be facing him throughout his time here on this in particular lifetime. So those are his main 3 cards. But then we have our last surprise card. Your yearly guiding card. And this is the only card that changes. So with this card, you take the month and the day. So Dax's is 6 and 16. So 7 and 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I knew that. 13 and 8, because now we have the year, which is 2024, which adds up to 8, right? 21, which is 3. So now his personal year card is 3, which is the Empress. So let's find that little Empress card here. So the Empress is going to be his yearly guiding card. This will be the card that guides him through this year, or what's left of it. And this is what he would be like. How do I describe this one? The Empress is a motherly card, but in the spiritual sense. So I would say for Dax, his yearly card is to enjoy imparting spiritual knowledge into others. And that would be his guiding card for the year. So that is my system. And if anybody has any questions, I will gladly answer.
And while you were doing that, I updated the handout with the additional information. So the chart plus the additional information is all on the handout now. If you go to Michelle's Mystic Corner group, which is oh geez, I just realized in the chat. Oh shoot, hold on guys. I realized I put the wrong URL here.
Oops.
I put the URL, it's a tiny URL that goes to the birth card thing directly. And I was trying to put in your group and I put in the wrong thing. So let me grab
okay.
Let me grab the right URL here. Hold on, guys. While we're doing this live on air. Okay. Yep. Mystic Corner. Let me pop that into the chat here. So it's psychic.cafe/Mystic Corner, and you can find it there and click download. And when you download it, What is that on? You got to explain all that in just a second. Let me get finished with this, but I'm freaking out because first of all, I'm like, are those the cards I think they are? And number two, you got it on the end of something, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Anyway, let me hold on. Too many things happening at once. Let me finish up here. So what I'm saying, folks, is we have a new handout, a updated PDF. Go over to psychic.cafe/mystic corner, hit download, get rid of the old one. There you go. And then, oh, Tanya just came in. Anybody, if you have questions, put it in. We're going to get to the questions now after that. Okay. So we are done with the birth cards. That was a fantastic different system. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of updating the PDF and I wanted to get that done and get it out.
No
Right?
worries.
So I missed 90% of everything you said.
That is a-okay.
You know,
You
so
can watch the replay.
I'm gonna watch, but I still don't know if you explained in detail like how you get the third card. Did you talk about all that?
Oh, I did not. Let's discuss that real quick. So,
Like, I don't understand how the system works. I understand everything else is numerological. It all makes sense to me. Okay.
right,
Like 18 reduces to 9. Okay. And then, but
the
how do you get to the third card? On some of them, it makes sense because
okay,
there are
the
3 cards in the major arcana that reduce to 3,
yes.
for instance. But on other ones, it just seems like you randomly picked a card and threw it in there. So,
Okay. So the the challenging energy card. With this number, 1, 2, and 3 already have their challenging card.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Their challenge card. Numbers 4 through 8, I add the number of the 2 cards. For example, let's take the box 4. I add 13 and 4, and that gives me number 17, which is the star. Then the number 9 card, I
Mm-hmm.
divide that by 3, and then I add 9, and you get the hanged man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you only have the 2, so you got to get to the root of 9 to get a number there. And that'll all be explained in the handout that'll go with the birth chart.
Great. Yes.
Yes.
And now that's
And
all together in one handout for you guys to.
yes. So I'm sorry, I did forget to go on to that aspect of how I came up with those numbers.
But I'm going to have to go back in the archive replay of this and replay it because I got to hear everything.
And